Let's look at a few somewhat more involved order of operations examples. Here's our first one. We have 7 minus the quantity 3 plus parentheses 2 minus 1 close parentheses plus 1 close brackets. So we have a lot of stuff going on here. We have parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So let's do these in the right order. First, we'll take care of any parentheses or brackets. Now, I see two sets of parentheses and brackets. I have this one, but if you tried to compute what's inside this one, then we have on the inside of the brackets 3 plus parentheses 2 minus 1 plus 1. I can't tell you what that is until I know what this parentheses is. So I think I have to start with the innermost parentheses, and then I'll be able to tell you what's in the brackets. So we'll have 7 minus bracket, okay, 2 minus 1 is 1, so we'll have 3 plus 1 plus 1. All right, now that I've done the innermost parentheses, now I can do the outer set of parentheses, or we're writing them as brackets here. So we'll have 7 minus 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 plus 1 makes 5, because I do the operations from left to right. And so I'll have 7 minus 5. And lastly, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtractions. The last one, 7 minus 5 is 2. So 2 would be my final answer. So again, you be careful with the order of operations, you'll get the right answer. Okay, here's another one. And by the way, if you want to pause the video, you're welcome to try these before I finish them, and then you can see if you and I get the same answer. So we get parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Again, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. We'll keep our eye on that. All right, I don't see any parentheses here. Now I do see some exponents. I see a squared here, but I put this in this example intentionally because this is a hugely common mistake that I want you to be careful about. Here we see -5 squared. It's tempting to say that's -5 times -5, and the answer would be 25. And that seems like the right thing to do, but in fact it's not. Here's why. See, this negative is not attached to this 5 inside a parentheses before a squared. I don't see any parentheses here grouping the -5. You can think of this negative and the 5 as -1 times 5 that's being squared. And so since we do exponents before multiplication, I actually need to square the 5 because exponents comes first, and then multiply that times a -1. So in fact, this will be 5 squared first, which is 25, and then I'll make that quantity negative. So I'll have -25. Minus 3 times 2, minus 10. Okay, exponents are taken care of. Next, I'll take care of this multiplication, the 3 times 2, which is 6. -25 minus 6 minus 10. I don't have any division or addition, but I do have subtraction. And -25 minus 6 minus 10, if you compute that algebra, would make -41. So -41 would be our final answer for this problem. All right, last example. We have some parentheses, some exponents, some division, and multiplication. We have a little bit of everything here. So please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Okay, we'll start with parentheses. So I have to compute what's inside the green parentheses before I do anything. Now I have -9 plus 6 divided by 3. How do we compute what that is? Well, I have to do order of operations on that as well. And even though it's not written, there's an understood parentheses grouping the numerator and the denominator. So I'll compute the numerator. -9 plus 6 makes -3. So we'd have negative parentheses -3 over 3 quantity squared. Okay, so parentheses is almost finished. I still need to compute -3 over 3. So -3 divided by 3 is -1. That's squared. So parentheses have been finished. All right, now exponents. -1 squared would actually make +1, but I still have this negative on the outside. exponents are taken care of. Next, multiplication. -1 times 1 is -1. There is no division, there is no addition or subtraction remaining. So our final answer for this one would be -1. So this is one of those things you just have to practice a lot. This is one of those things where you should just do just numbers and numbers of examples until you get good, very good at order of operations. Because when you get later in the course and you're doing these massively big problems, you don't want to be having to think about, okay, what comes first, parentheses or multiplication and that sort of thing. When you get good at order of operations, these things should just come naturally and you should be able to do most of it without even thinking about it.